This PYFL All-Star Game is brought to you by Pro Athletics, made in the USA, custom sublimated uniforms and apparel. On the web at proathletics.com. Postnet in Moorpark. Create, duplicate, deliver. On the web at postnet.com. Dana O Photography. On the web at danao.com. Westco International Consulting of Ventura. On the web at westcointl.com. Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks. On the web at sportsacademy.us. American Trophies and Awards of Simi Valley. On the web at americantrophie.securedwebpages.net. Lucky Fool's Pub on High Street in Moorpark. And by Hard Luck Kings Guitars and Apparel of Westlake Village. On the web at hardluckkings.com. And now, back to the action.
Getting set for the second half. The West with a 28-6 lead. And the good news for the Western Stars, they are going to receive the football. I'm Randy Rosenblum with Toy Cook. What an exhibition we saw from the West in the first half.
Excellent job. They used their speed to get ahead of the East. We saw it on the outside. We saw it up the middle. We saw it on defense. But the East did a good job of coming back and making it a game.
Run to the far side, and with the football is Haggerty, Darren Haggerty. Good field position for the West. Out to their 45-yard line in the first 8 seconds. Let's see what they can do to try to move down the football field and build on a healthy 28-6 lead.
Well, this is a big defense for stop or opportunity for the East to get back into this game. Let's see what they do.
Flanked Phelps out. It was a good job of flanking Phelps out and takes with him a lot of traffic. And running with the football is number 30, Homan. Jason Homan, a running back from the Ventura Packers, and he takes it upfield for 5 yards to the 50.
Yeah, that was Jason's first carry from the Ventura Packers. Another big kid, rumbling and stumbling. Looked good on that. I'd give him the ball some more. Love to see what he could do.
Good blocking up front from Josh Nava, number 73. Second down and 5. Ball hit Phelps as he was running by. He picks it up and stumbles forward for a yard. Now, Isaiah was just coming forward in the jet sweep motion, and the ball hit him as it was snapped.
I think when you only get, and I believe they only had 4 days of practice, right? These are the kind of things that that happen. There's going to be a little screw-ups, but, hey, they were able to maintain control of the ball. Looks like it's 2-down territory.
Third down and 5. Let's see if the Western Stars can move the sticks. Delayed handoff. Great defense. I mean to tell you, busting through was Whistler.
Dylan Whistler. He's not whistling. What's the joke? Santa Clarita Warriors. And it looked like they had a little mix-up in the backfield, and Whistler got in the back. He's not whistling Dixie.
He's whistling a sweet tune defensively. Brings up a 4th down and 8. 2 minutes into the half, and the Western Stars shaken up emotionally. Take a timeout.
This is big for the East. They can get a stop here and get us another score. They're back in the game.
By the way, you have any more sponsor mentions you want to get in?
Hey, let's talk about Sports Source 2 in Studio City, your source for cards, photo, and other memorabilia. And my other favorite, the Lucky Fool's Pub in Moorpark. Watch the game with good people, food, and nice people, not to mention the fools. Don't drink and drive. This message brought to you by Staben Construction, Grading, Excavating, Dirt, Import, and Export. And as Watzka like to say, Nate Watzka, they're also experts. and Advantis Health Urgent Care in Moorpark, the place you go when things ain't looking good. And finally, this broadcast is brought to you by jdmediagroup.com, producing this game and available for your next event at jdmediagroup.com.
Well done. Pressure again on the quarterback. And running for his life is Hammond. What will he do with it? He's still on his feet. What a performance by Gavin Hammond. Back to the near side. Gavin turns the corner. He's down the sideline. This may be the best run in football in America this year. Gavin Hammond into the end zone. Did they give him the touchdown? They're going to have him out at the 1. That's the best run in America this year.
That's the one that Deion Sanders is asking for on the NFL Network, for you, the people to send their kids, their videos in. That might have been, Randy, and this is no hyperbole, that might have been the greatest run. I've never seen more missed tackles in a good way. Cortez Towner, who made the tackle, is down.
28-6, 9.5 minutes to play, third quarter, timeout on the field. The West looking for more after the brilliant run down at the 1-yard line. Quarterback keep, no signal yet. It's going to be a second down and goal.
If the West does not get in right here, that will be a great play by Cortez Towner, hustling on that play to stop them at the 1-yard line.
The ball, Toy, is inches away from the goal line. Inches.
Just like the Seahawks against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
So you want to throw here. You want him to pass it, play fake?
Oh, they get stuffed.
Quarterback keep again, and there's nothing there, but it is good enough for a touchdown. It didn't need a whole lot, so it's a touchdown. And another 6 for the Western Stars.
It looked a little bit like the Bush push. It's tough to get that from the inch line to stop that kind of mass movement. Excellent job. You know, one of the things that I hate the most is when it's short yardage and the quarterback goes back 5 yards and they hand the ball. Like, so it's 4th and 1. No, it's actually 4th and 6. Get up under the center, snap the ball, and get the first down.
Hammond again. He's not going to take it. They're going to directly snap it to 4, who's going to turn it upfield and put it in the end zone for 2 more. That builds the lead to 36-6.
Michael Leslie hitting the corner again. It looks like they have that play all day. And it comes back to that 4th down play where I thought the East was going to get the ball and be able to get back into the game. And then the quarterback on a Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson type play in which he got – how many tackles do you think he missed or he broke?
Probably 6 or 7.
And good job by the referees not stopping the play.
Well, Gavin Hammond is a young man that ran for 8 touchdowns this year, number 13, who gave us that electrifying run, threw for a couple more as part of that fine Moorpark Musketeer unit. He can flat out make you miss.
I think the Moorpark coaches in high school are pretty excited about what they have growing up in their backyard.
It's a 30-point lead. Running clock is at 35 in the PYFL. 8:47 left in the third. And again, the West is kicking off, and Duranya, before he fields it, a flag comes out. How does Duranya always find the football?
Some kids are special like that. The ball finds you, you find the ball. Duranya is a player. I think he has a bright future.
Of course, our next game will be the midget division. That'll follow this one immediately on the PYFL network. forward to seeing Kane Miller of the Western Stars from the Valley Rams. Kickoff again, and this one's outside the boundary. Again, Durania spying on the sideline, watched it go out of play.
Yeah, Bobby Ramirez kicked the ball out from North Oxnard Warriors, number 6. Done a really good job today of kicking the ball.
So the ball's at the 45. Advantageous field position, to say the least. And let's see if the East can take advantage. Down by 30. Still much of the second half to play.
So it looks like they have, is that Malachi?
Yeah, Malachi Nurse is in it, quarterback.
Looks like a running play.
Houston.
There it is.
Tavion Houston thunders for 3.
Rumbling, stumbling, running hard. Even though he's down 36-6, you wouldn't know it by the way he's running the rock.
Yeah, he was brought down by Casey Rowland, who's had a big game today for the Western Stars, number 7 on defense.
He's been all over the field.
Really has. Has that proverbial nose for the football. Hernandez in the backfield with Houston.
I think proverbial is good. It's like salt. It's good with anything.
Yeah. Here's Hernandez up the middle. They threw the flag in the holding zone. Good effort by Chase Hernandez, but this one is in all probability going to be brought back.
I think it'd be face mask.
It is.
It is a face mask.
Could give him a first down. Takes it down to the 34, and the East is on the prowl.
I think they should use these rules in the NFL. 5-yard penalties for everything.
How about across the board?
Across
high
the board.
school, college, and pro.
5 yards. The game would be so much faster.
Well, wouldn't have all the conferences either with the officials. Houston breaking tackles.
And he's not going
3
down.
of them trying to bring him down, led by Suni Denny Yega on the stop.
Suni Denny Yega, our favorite name.
Yeah, Suni Denny Yega.
That's a Scramble Award winner right there. Got a lot of points.
No gain. It's 2nd down and 10. 7 minutes to play in the 3rd. Eastern Stars trying to matriculate down the field. Hernandez bouncing to the outside.
Oh, wow.
And the Ram got him. What a great defensive play by Darren Haggerty.
Wow. That's how you run to the ball and bring someone down. He looked like a man on the mission. Timeout called by Coach Dan Alexander, or Dave Alexander, I should say.
How about that play by Haggerty? He was shot out of a cannon. Timeout on the field. 6:37 left, 3rd quarter. The West by 30 on the PYFL network. A throw and a near miss. That pass into a tight window and a near miss.
Who threw that ball?
That's a good question.
This is number, is that 18?
Yeah, that's Kenneth Berry.
Kenneth
who's
Berry.
checked in, yeah. Yeah, when you want to go down the field, you want Kenneth Berry chucking it for you. He's got a strong arm. Throw again.
Oh, that's a flag.
And intercepting it is Haggerty. Flag is out. Darren Haggerty looking for a place to roam.
Yeah, he knows.
How about that maneuver? They've slowed down a little bit.
Well, he knows it's pass interference.
I like Darren Haggerty, though. I mean, what doesn't this young guy do?
He can tackle. He can roam the field in the backfield. He high ponied that ball with Nate Watzka being a former DB. Could recognize that, right, Nate? High point, and was probably going to return it for a touchdown. And he had such a presence of mind. He saw the flag that he stopped and saved his energy.
You know, it was interesting. The sideline had raised their arms. They thought it was going to be a touchdown. And it didn't matter how many defenders were after him. They know that Haggerty is that elusive.
Yeah, no. He reminds me, and he's a big kid. He reminds me of Derwin James, the safety from the Chargers, the first-round pick from Florida State. He looks like he has that kind of ability.
So with the flag and the foul, suddenly the Eastern Stars are perched at the 24-yard line. And they'll run the football, trying to get loose, and they can't. Back at the 30-yard line. Again, this defense just so strong for the West. Ruiz came up and made the play.
Yeah, nice tackle by Adrian Ruiz from the North Oxnard Warriors. Got in the backfield and hemmed up the kid. It's tough running against this West team, as the score would indicate. But congratulations to the East for continuing to fight and try. I'm telling you, give me a touchdown right here. Cut it loose.
See what Kenneth Berry can do if indeed he elects to throw it. Nope, they're going to run it. Houston to the 26-yard line in the grasp of Stephen Akita, the strong safety.
In the pro football, we used to talk about when guys would come pick up their checks on Monday, and if they didn't play, we said, you stealing, you thief. Not ransom, but stealing, right? You're a thief. I can tell you right now today, Tavian Houston has earned his paycheck. He has earned his paycheck.
He's earning big dollars. This is his kind of field, too, even though it's artificial, it doesn't get too messy, but it's a slow track right now. There's a pass that slips out of Stone's hands, and it's rolled an incompleted ball.
Because in the NFL,
great pressure.
In the NFL, we know what that would be.
Adam Salazar was there and really forced the hand of Stone.
Good job by the head ref to not call that a fumble. Because in the pros, I believe that would have been a fumble. But good job. You get another opportunity. It's 4th down.
4th and 12. 36-6 is the arithmetic in the favor of the West on defense. Stone out of the gun. And Will Stone has nowhere to go, and that Haggerty has been all over the football field. Darren Haggerty, he's in the conversation for MVP as the West takes over on downs.
Yes, Derwin James Haggerty, roaming the field like a beast. He's back there picking off balls. He's running sideline to sideline. Here, I'll throw a name for you. Dick Butkus-like.
He's Ram Tough.
He is Ram Tough. And they're not even a sponsor.
Do you really think they know who Dick Butkus is?
They don't, but their parents do.
Their grandparents do.
And I think their parents do.
They might. Number 51, Butkus, one of the great
but
players.
we can go with Ray
Bears.
Lewis. We can go with Brian Urlacher. How about that?
I saw Urlacher play in Mobile at the Senior Bowl many years ago, out of New Mexico.
And was a safety.
He played everywhere on the field. Didn't he? I thought he played return kicks. I know that.
Well, it just proved that you can play anywhere.
So run to the far side. And
ooh.
Was that
might
a
have
face
been a
mask
little
as
face
Taylor
mask.
Lee was running the ball? Four minutes to play in the third. Of course, if the West gets another score as the flag is out, that would give us a running clock here. Umbrellas are out, so we do have a slight drizzle issue. It's the 5-yard face gear infraction that takes it to the 40-yard line. All right, what do you want to see here from the West? They have a 30-point lead. They're in complete control. What are you looking for, Toy?
I'm looking for them to get the edge again. When you're up like this, and it is an all-star game, so I would like to see them pass the ball. But they have so many weapons. You can just hand the ball off. You got the big running back in the backfield.
It's Phelps taking the direct snap.
Uh-oh.
Isaiah Phelps.
Nice tackle.
Duranya knocked him off his pins at the 45. That was two great all-stars going head-to-head.
I think the over-under on Duranya missing that tackle was low, and that just kind of show you the type of athlete. A lot of kids would not have made that tackle, and that's why he's out there, and that's why he's an all-star. That had touchdown written all over it.
It really did, especially when you have a player who's so elusive like Isaiah Phelps, the cat-quick running back from the North Oxnard Warriors. Clock is running, 3:20 to play in the third, and the West in complete control with their bevy of brilliant running backs. Just stars all over the field.
Say that 3 times. Bevy of brilliant running backs.
And Phelps stumbles for 2.
Isaac Osorio looks like was in on that tackle. Out of the Santa Clarita Warriors. Got in. Tripped up the legs. Nice tackle. Making it 2nd and 10.
Number 30 is back in that backfield for the Western Stars. Jason Homan from the Ventura Packers. See if they elect to give it to number 30.
There we go.
Low throw to the ground. It's caught, but it's not going to net anything.
See, knee down. So they do have the knee down.
Knee down, man down.
Knee down, man down. You know you're a baller if you catch a ball and you don't put your knee down. That's like next level thinking. But maybe some people would say, well, he's just getting ready for the pros, which is the dream of all these kids.
Well, we've seen some young guys out there that might have a chance down the road, don't you think?
Well, let's first say you got to get good grades. You got to go to college before you can get to the pros. So, kids, get good grades. Uh-oh. Try to double move. Got him open.
With the big throw incomplete.
Nice coverage by Trent Stewart Jr. He's like, I'm out here. I'm an all-star. They're not even passing the ball. He finally gets an opportunity, and he shows why he's an all-star. Trent Stewart Jr. out of the West Lancaster Eagles representing.
Isaiah Lewis was the intended target, and Lewis has blazing wheels out of the Moorpark program.
Well, one of the things that I liked is that it was a double move, and Lewis tried to take a post, and Trent Alexander Jr., as any good DB will know, had the position, upfield shoulder.
Lewis is flank wide to the left. 4th down and 11. And a designed runner. There's the quarterback, Taylor Lee. I don't know that he got quite enough for the first down. He stretches, but I think he's a yard and a half short.
Yeah, Skylar Tristan looked like he was in on that tackle.
So the ball's going to go over on downs to the blue-clad Eastern Stars.
Yeah, and Eric Carrillo from the Highland Bulldogs also in on that tackle. They're getting the ball back. Excellent job by the defense stepping up and getting their offense the ball back and an opportunity to hopefully score.
You know, there's an Eric Carrillo who's a head football coach in the LA City section at Contreras High School.
Wow.
Very common name. Football name. His namesake made a nice play there. All right, it's 1st down for the East.
We got a
down
flag.
by 30. How's the sandwich, by the way?
The breakfast burrito from Moorpark snack section is excellent. I give it a 9 out of 10.
9 stars. Now, do you often eat broadcast? Do you do that a lot?
I do. It's the new thing.
Yeah, it's in.
It's either that or starve and pass out.
It's probably my option. Here's a long one. It's going to be picked off again. Those Rams are everywhere. And bringing this one back for the Rams is Hand. Ethan Hand with a spectacular play in the secondary.
Little underthrow post. Looked like he had a little pressure. Good job by the safety. Get back there and make that catch. And return it to give their team a favorable field position.
Bailey Hill made the tackle. Ethan Hand, the interception, taking it all the way down to the 30-yard line. With 58 seconds left and the clock running in the third quarter. Well, there's no question the Western Stars are going to win this Bantam League fray here today at Moorpark. But it's all about individual talent, and it's a joy to watch these young stars do their thing.
Well, I do find it interesting that the West got 4 practices and the East got 3 practices. So you're saying that one extra practice made a difference? Or is it the kids?
It's the kids. It's talent. That's quite a dance move by Leslie. Bumped out of bounds. Ossie was able to push him out of bounds.
Derek Ossie, another West Lancaster Eagle, in on the tackle. He's been out there all day, running around, contributing. It seems like the East defense has been on the field all day.
They have. This running back's been busy. Leslie again bouncing to the outside.
You got to keep your feet.
First and goal. Cody Rogers with the tackle.
So that's Michael Leslie running, right?
As far as I know, he's wearing number 4.
He's number 4. Our sheet says Michael Leslie, who's having an MVP-type game.
That's the end of the third quarter. And in the West, doing its thing. So far, the West is best to the tune of 36-6. PYFL football.